Welcome to the Market Minute. Nifty, Bank Nifty and Sensex in a minute. Let's go to the charts.
As we know, on the weekly analysis, we'll only be looking at two time frames, which is weekly and 4 hours. So we'll analyze Nifty 50, Bank Nifty and Sensex. So let's start with Nifty first. So if you can see on Nifty clearly was in a sideways moment last week, and there is a small red candle. But again, in terms of the closing, it is still above 9 EMA on the weekly charts. So that means it is bullish, and also the close is higher than the previous week's close. But if we look at the 4 hours chart, so the 4 hours chart, the levels that I have marked is basically the last 4-hour candle high and low. Even though there was a selling on this 4 hours candle, still it would be considered bullish because this is still above 9 EMA. And if I had a position on Friday, I would call option that I would have taken over for this week. Now on Monday, basically what could happen is the market might open gap up, or it could open within this range of 24,200 or 24,000 on the lower side, and the market would turn bearish if 24,000, basically any 4-hour candle closes below 24,000. That is when the market might turn bearish, but as of now the market is looking bullish. But if any 4-hour candle closes above 24,200 levels, then we could potentially see 24,500 levels. So here is the resistance that we have, 24,490 levels. So that is for Nifty, but let's look at the option chain. So for option chain, I have considered two expiries, which is 30 of June and then 7th of July. So we can clearly see there is a heavy amount of put writing done at 24,000 levels. That means everyone is expecting that 24,000 will act as a crucial support. But on the higher side, severe resistance is seen at 24,500 levels, which is the top one, and then afterwards there is 24,200. So if market opens above 24,000 on Monday, basically we might see a move until 24,200, and then if that sustains, then it will go towards 24,500 levels. So basically on a high level, Nifty is looking bullish. So let's go to Sensex. Again, Sensex more of is same as Nifty because it is the mix of top 30 stocks, but whereas Nifty 50 is a mix of top 50 stocks of India. But let's go to the weekly chart. So if you see, when compared to Nifty, Sensex chart is looking a bit stronger. I think there could be some support from IT stocks that would come in for this week. As you see, the amount of red in this candle is very less, and also the close of this previous week was higher than the week before. When compared to Nifty, this is a little higher. So basically it looks little strong than Nifty. But let's look at the 4 hours chart. So on the 4 hours chart, again I have marked the same levels like the last 4-hour candles as the important range. But even though the similar situation as Nifty, even though there was a selling scene in the last 4 hours of Friday, still the close is above 9 EMA, which would still indicate it is in bullish trend. So the range is 76,997, basically 77,000 on the lower side, and then on the upper side 77,600 levels. So if any 4-hour candle closes below 77,000, that would basically trigger a downward movement, but anything above that would basically cite at the continuation of uptrend. Let's look at the option chain for Sensex. So if we see at Sensex option chain, again I have considered two expiries here, as 2nd of July is very near. So on the option chain, as we clearly see, there's a huge amount of put writing. There's huge amount of put writing at 77,000 levels, like as we have seen from the charts. That was the same level that was indicating like that's where we had the support. And on the upper side, basically there's a huge resistance at 77,500, but then there is equal amount of put writing that has happened as well. So basically the range is 77,000 to 77,500 for the week, but again ideally the bias is towards the upside. Okay, now let's go to Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, again, as we were talking about this, Bank Nifty was relatively stronger than both Nifty and Sensex for the past 2 weeks. But here the candle of Bank Nifty is bullish, but if you see, it is slightly stretched, which is basically far away from the 9 EMA, so it could retrace before going further up, but still bullish. But let's check on the 4 hours chart. On the 4 hours chart, Bank Nifty is at a good level. Basically, it has broken the resistance of 58,000 and it is trading at around 58,200 levels. So, but I am expecting Bank Nifty might come down, test 58,000 levels, and basically reverse from there. But any close of 4-hour candle below 58,000 would trigger downside on Bank Nifty. And then on the upper side, basically 58,500 is the resistance, the upper range, but any 4-hour candle closing above that range would trigger a up move. So that's for Bank Nifty from the charts. But let's look at the option chain. So here again I've considered two expiries because 30th of June is just in 2 days. So I've considered July as well. So if you can see, Bank Nifty has got almost equal number of call and put rating at 58,000, and then there's a heavy call rating at 59,000 level. So the range for Bank Nifty is 58,000 to 59,000. But as we said, Bank Nifty might fall 200 points. Basically, the support is 58,000, but then again, not expecting a huge fall. It might retrace a little bit, but then maybe sideways movement from there. And then on the upper side, basically 59,000 would act as a crucial resistance. So that's for Bank Nifty.
If you enjoyed this video, please show your support, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click the bell icon to never miss an update.